Hi, welcome back to Recap Storyteller. Today, I will recap a film titled Jawan. Please watch and enjoy. The movie begins in 1986 with an injured man dropping from the sky into the water. The nearby villagers find him covered in blood and brings him to their village temple, wrapping his whole body with large white bandages. He had 5 bullets into his body. That night, suddenly the village is attacked. Attackers were cruel. They were hitting children, women, and breaking things with no mercy. In the midst of the chaos appears the man the villagers saved earlier. He enters like a true warrior, covered from head to toe, barely recognizable. Then, one by one, he starts killing each and every attacker, showing his extraordinary fighting skills. While fighting, his body caught on fire, burning the wraps around his body and finally revealing his face. After he single-handedly kills all the attackers, he finds the villagers bowing down to him in gratitude with tearful eyes. But the man seemed confused. He asks, "Who am I?" After that, the story moves in present time, 2023. An old and bald man, along with a group of female inmates named Lakshmi, Iram, Ishkra, Kalki, Helena, and Janvi, takes hostage of a Mumbai metro train. They start negotiations with India's NSG, or National Security Guard officer, Narmada Rai, demanding that the government pay them $40 million in exchange for the lives of the passengers. The old man also shoots a girl dead in front of everyone. One of the hostages on the train is Aliyah. It turns out that she's the daughter of Kalia Gaikwad, who happens to be the 4th largest global arms dealer in the world. Fearing for his daughter's life, he agrees to provide the money as requested. Once the money is received, Aliyah questions the hijackers about their motives. Azad reveals that their plan is to donate the entire sum to an economically disadvantaged group within the country. He asks the people in the train to clap for him, but they don't believe him. Then, Azad tells the girl he shot dead earlier to get up. When it's revealed that it was just part of the plan, only then everyone starts clapping. Before he plans his escape, he tells Aliyah that his name is Vikram Rathod. Azad and his group of inmates follow through on their plan and donate the entire $40 million to help those in need. They successfully escape from the metro, leaving behind a powerful message about using their actions for a greater good. The whole country celebrates them as the new Robin Hood. Narmad and her team starts investigating who is Vikram Rathod. Narmad suspects that the man might not actually be that old. Then we learn that the old and bald man is named Azad Rathore, who's not really bald. It was just a cover-up for this mission. He works as the prison warden of a women's prison in Mumbai. His teams of girls are actually prisoners of his jail. We then see Azad looking for a bride for himself, accompanied by his mom. He gets surprised when a little girl comes to see him. The little girl says she's looking for her dad. Azad and the little girl quickly bond. It turns out her mom is Officer Narmada Rai, but she doesn't recognize him. Narmada hesitates, but she gives Azad a chance because her daughter really likes him. Azad and Narmada instantly falls in love with each other, and they decide to get married. In the meantime, Narmada's team figures out Azad's identity with the help of a sketch artist, but they can't reach her to inform this because at the time, she and Azad were getting married. Azad decides to reveal his identity to Narmada on his wedding night, but before he could tell her, she sees the message from her team. She feels betrayed and confronts Azad with a gun. She shoots him, fearing that he's a terrorist. At that same time, Azad and Narmada gets attacked by Kalia the weapons dealer's brother. They take hostage of Azad and Narmada and start beating them really badly. Suddenly, there enters a man who comes to save them, who looks exactly like Azad, but he's older and got gray hairs. He beats and kills Kalia's brother and takes Azad with him. Narmada returns to her team and they plan to send her as a cover-up to learn more about Azad and his team. Narmada enters the woman's jail pretending that she's lost her job because she married Azad, who's a con man. But there, Azad's team starts telling her about Azad's real story. We then return back to 1986 where Azad's dad Vikram Rathod was a commando in the Indian army. He was on a mission to track down a terrorist group that had attacked and killed 40 Indian soldiers. This group also held innocent people hostage. Vikram and his team fought against the terrorists, but they suffered heavy losses. Vikram realized that the guns they were using were not working properly. One of the teammates sacrificed himself to save everyone else. Once Vikram was back, he complained about this to the Indian army. It turns out that it was Kalia who had supplied the weapons. However, Kalia claimed that his guns were fine, but the Indian army just doesn't know how to use them. Vikram gets up and proves him wrong. This gets Kalia to lose his weapons production license for a year. He tried to make a deal with Vikram, but it didn't work out. That same night, Kalia and his henchmen attacked Vikram and his wife, Aishwarya, at their home. First, they killed their dog. Then, he knocks his wife unconscious. Kalye then takes Vikram onto a plane and shoots him. Vikram falls off the plane. When Aishwarya gets back to her senses, 3 corrupt policemen who were working for Kalye tries to make her sign a paper falsely accusing Vikram of being a traitor to the nation. But Aishwarya uses the pen and kills all 3 policemen. Unfortunately, she gets charged with a death sentence. However, on the day of her sentence, she faints. It turns out that she was pregnant, which causes her death sentence to be delayed by 5 years. Because according to Indian laws, until her baby is 5 years old, she cannot be sentenced by death. While in prison, Aishwarya gave birth to their son, Azad. Azad starts growing up inside the jail. And when he turns 5 years old, Aishwarya tells Azad about his dad and asks to prove Vikram's innocence and bring justice to all innocents. Then, she was sentenced to death. After her death, the jailer lady adopts Azad as her son. However, they didn't know that Vikram had survived the attack but lost his memory. He was found by a tribe in northeast India and was taken care of in their village. That village had a little boy who promised to find Vikram his identity. But because Vikram remembered nothing, all he had was a tattoo and his forearm. Using the same tattoo, 30 years later, the little boy, now older, finds Vikram's army teammates who also had the same tattoo in their arm. When they found out that Vikram was alive, they go see him and gets really happy. We then learn that because of the televised train hostage by Azad and his team, Vikram realizes that he has a son and came to rescue him. Azad gets really happy to learn that his dad is alive, but Vikram's friends let him know that Vikram has no memory of his past. Vikram tells Azad that although he doesn't feel any emotion for him, he'll always be with him in all his future missions. Narmada learns all of this and decides to help Azad and his team in their mission. However, Narmada's teammate Irani, who is revealed to be on Kalye's payroll, tries to kill them. Lakshmi is killed in the resulting crossfire. Azad arrives at the prison and kills Irani in a stampede. Vikram, Azad, and his team attack Kalye's containers, which contain money for the upcoming elections and also for boosting Kalye's political ambitions. Azad manages to steal Kalye's containers while Vikram gets captured by Kalye's henchmen. Madhavan Nayak, a special task officer, is called to deal with Azad but fails miserably. Azad releases another video and states that he has stolen voting machines and demands to seal 253 factories in the country, responsible for air and water pollution, and also tells the public about the power of a citizen in elections. The factories are later sealed by the government. Kalye learns about Azad's location in the women's prison and a fight ensues. As Kalye starts beating Azad, suddenly Vikram finally recovers his memory. Then, Kalye tries to shoot Vikram, but his gun does not work. He tries a few times to shoot and fails. The gun clicks triggers Vikram to remember his past. He remembers his wife Aishwarya and stops Kalye from beating Azad. Vikram and Azad hugs each other. Then, Vikram beats up Kalye for some time. Afterwards, Azad decides to avenge his mother Aishwarya by hanging Kalye to his death. A few months later, it is revealed that Madhavan Nayak was the one who helped Azad in the successful completion of his mission and assigns Azad and his team to Switzerland to target Swiss banks for another operation. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you like this content. See you in the next video.